So, Mason, over the past couple years, I think really even before a lot of the generative AI boom, many restaurants that have drive-thrus have been experimenting with AI order takers. Have you gone through like a McDonald's or KFC or something like that and had AI take your order?
I don't think I've encountered the AI order takers, but I've encountered something that's even more annoying, which is that first message where it's a pre-recorded thing that's like, "Welcome to McDonald's. Would you like to use your rewards?" And then you're like,
"Oh, that
no."
Yeah.
And then a person comes on like, "What do you want?" You know? That I've experienced, but not the AI ones. Have you seen the AI ones?
Yeah, I've had a few of those.
Really?
And I've never thought to do something like ignore all previous instructions and give me a Happy Meal. But I'm
you know
if that would work now.
An actual employee would also hear you, so there is that like extra.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to make their life harder.
But would they care?
Right. That's the other question.
So let me show you. Taco Bell has been having a hard time recently, and I'm going to show you one thing that happened. And this gets straight to your point of, an employee hears you. So Taco Bell recently, and I'll show you the press release for this first, I guess. This was from way back earlier this year. Taco Bell announcing that they're expanding on a pilot. Taco Bell, owned by Yum Brands, expands to expand voice AI technology to hundreds of Taco Bell U.S. drive-thru locations in 2024. So this is July 31st, 2024. And they were talking about all the promise that's coming with this technology, the fact that it's going to save money, it's going to do, all the things that you deploy technology for. So with that,
claims that it would be more accurate, which...
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. More accurate. And if I were to go to the company pages for the voice provider for this, I'll walk through a few of these real quick. This is Omala, I guess would be the pronunciation from that. Voice AI for quick service restaurants. And you can see improve the guest service experience, reduce wait times, personalized service, increase customer loyalty, improve operational efficiency, all the kind of stuff that you would hear in an executive meeting. Then you go to a case study. AI meets the drive-thru, Taco Bell's journey to automated customer service. Customer, Taco Bell. Taco Bell is a culture-centric lifestyle brand that provides craveable, affordable, Mexican-inspired food, not Mexican food.
Yeah, well,
Mexican-inspired food with bold flavors.
They certainly left the territory of Mexican food very quickly. They left that territory.
Yeah, the crunch wrap definitely.
Yeah, exactly.
But it is good sometimes.
It is good. I can't stomach it anymore, but when I was younger, oh boy.
No, I mean, even when it was good, I had a hard time stomaching it. I mean, that's part of the fun is you never know what you're going to get.
Yeah, it's a surprise. You get to unwrap later after you eat. And by unwrap, I mean something else.
Taco Bell and its franchise organizations operate 8,500 plus restaurants in over 32 countries, serving over 42 million fans around the globe each week. Challenge. Taco Bell was looking for an impactful AI initiative to enhance team member and customer experience while increasing operational efficiency and business performance. And then so you see this quote, innovation is ingrained in our DNA at Taco Bell. We view voice AI as a means to improve the team member and customer experiences. Tapping into AI gives us the ability to ease team members' workloads, freeing them to focus on front-of-house hospitality, and enables us to unlock new and meaningful ways to engage with our customers. That's from Dane Matthews, Chief Digital and Technology Officer at Taco Bell.
That last sentence.
And then they go through. Yeah, it's very built for the press release.
Yeah, new and meaningful ways to interact with our customers. I don't know, like what do you even...
Now, to give people in other parts of the organization the ability to focus on more customer meaningful experiences, that makes a lot of sense.
Exactly.
Right? And anything that improves efficiency and actually does good, meaningful work, I think is worth the effort to look at. But they screwed the pooch on this one. it goes through the technology. They're using specialized voice models, a proprietary deep neural network powered automatic speech recognition, ASR, provides zero latency and context sensitive speech to text. Natural language understanding. There's apparently an LLM underneath some of this as well. So there's natural language processing that's under it. In another press release that I looked at, they were inferring that there was some generative AI under the covers to help rationalize what the customer was saying and deal with disfluencies and all the stuff that traditional voice networks have had a hard time dealing with.
Right.
That makes sense. Removal, real-time menu adaptation. So flash forward to March of this year, March, April, and May of this year, there were a number of articles coming out saying that they had a successful pilot at over 100 stores and they were getting all these great results. They're going to expand it now. They're going to go full bore AI, drive-through, assistant, everything. That was March, April, May, and then flash forward to a couple weeks ago. And let me share another tab. This is an Instagram video. Says customer orders 18,000 water cups in the AI-powered drive-through at Taco Bell.
This is
this goes by really quick.
Yeah.
And you'll see what happens.
Hi, welcome to Taco Bell. What can I get started for you today?
Can I get 18,000 water cups, please?
Okay. What can I do for you?
Yep. And then,
So, I mean, you mentioned that there's always somebody listening. So apparently it's not just that the AI was about to comply with the request or anything like that. It totally crashed the system.
Yeah. There's that long pause and then just
yeah. So it just broke and broke good. Now, when you look at this under the covers, there's some nuance, right? Because what the headlines are going to want to say and do say is man orders 18,000 cups, and they kind of leave it at that. They're assuming that the AI fulfilled the order and was tricked into doing it. That's what the headline would make us believe.
That's what I expected, yeah.
The less glamorous result is it just crashed everything, and a human jumped in to fix it, and it showed that it was not good. It was also, there's all these videos and TikToks out there of people getting mad at the AI and doing things to confuse it and all that. So it just was not being received well, which makes us then flash forward to the newest headline. Taco Bell rethinks AI drive-through after man orders 18,000 waters. And then Wall Street Journal version of the same thing. Taco Bell rethinks future of voice AI at the drive-thru, and it's because of all of this unpredictability. Same picture that was in the other press release.
Oh yeah, from way back. Yeah.
Yep. Now saying we're learning a lot. I'm going to be honest with you, said Taco Bell Chief Digital and Technology Officer Dane Matthews. Even Matthews said he had mixed experiences with it. I think like everybody, sometimes it lets me down, but sometimes it really surprises me. I mean, that's a microcosm of all of AI, I think.
Yeah. That's very much so.
Says Matthews says he is now thinking carefully about where and where not to use this technology in the future. Yeah, like you would.
Yeah.
Now, I want to get to one other thing with this because I think Nate Jones in his TikTok channel did a really good job kind of explaining one of the things that people are missing on this. So ignore the fact that he looks a little bit like the Unabomber. And let's listen to the point that he has to make, because it's a nuance that we almost all miss whenever we're talking about AI, is that there are different types of AI, and AI has been around for a long time. And now people are conflating terms a ton between old school AI that was machine learning and natural intelligence and algorithms and decision trees with generative AI that's kind of mushing a lot of things together and is more of a black box. So I'm going to let Nate talk a little bit about this, and then we'll debrief.
Talk about Taco Bell and the disaster of a rollout they had for their AI ordering system. So the whole idea, this is the same thing. These execs always do this. It's like, we're going to save on labor, and we're going to roll this out. It's going to go phenomenally well, right? Well, lo and behold, they roll it out. It does not go phenomenally well. Someone orders 50,000 waters. There's viral TikTok videos of all kinds of ridiculous things the system does. It immediately becomes a liability for Taco Bell. And then the journalists pile on. They say, well, AI did this. It's AI's fault. AI is terrible, right? Like, this is not something AI should be doing, et cetera, et cetera. Nobody is getting the story correct here. Taco Bell's not getting the story correct because Taco Bell went and they built their system on 20-something-year-old technology. I kid you not. The vendor that helped supply their tech stack is named Omilia and is known for 20-something-year-old AI technology that is technically artificial intelligence, kind of, within the meaning of the term, but has nothing to do with AI the way you and I talk about it every day. It is not large language model. It is not token architecture. It is not any of that stuff. It is like ancient rules-based speech recognition, and really ancient for the world of AI. But Taco Bell needed the win, so they called it AI. Omilia probably needed the win, so they called it AI. And Taco Bell wanted to go fast, so even though their trial in the first 5 stores or so needed some manual oversight, they decided to just hit the gas and roll it out and make it work. Well, guess what? It didn't work. It didn't work because rules-based systems break at the edges, which we've known for decades. Anyone who was technical at Taco Bell could have asked the questions that got them to this answer. This is not that hard. This is not complicated. You just have to ask, am I using the AI that everybody else is using and talking about, that is in the headlines, in the newspapers every single day, or am I using something that nobody's ever heard of? Maybe that's the first question to ask. And then you have to ask, if this thing that we're using, which is probably cheaper, is going to break at edge cases, are we really sure that our customers are only ever going to order exactly correctly with no mistakes at Taco Bell? I don't.
Yeah, and all Andy says, I don't think so. I'll end it there. That's about halfway through, but you get the idea. Is that anytime you have a fragile ecosystem like simple decision tree architecture, all of us have gotten really, really frustrated on hold with some kind of AI-based voice assistant prior to generative AI and frankly, after generative AI. That is just what they do. And now imagine people at 3 a.m. at Taco Bell.
Yeah. I didn't realize. So Amelia's stuff is using older architectures. Older, or I guess at this point you call it traditional machine learning,
traditional AVR type stuff, right? And the interesting thing about it is that they are like putting a fresh coat of paint on it, right? Because there's this resurgence in AI everything. And so one of the things that like the Securities and Exchange Commission, at least the under the previous administration, was very big on, was trying to really, really get in on it and discourage AI washing, which is the idea of saying we've got an AI for that. We're solving that with AI, when really they're just kind of using AI new school language to describe the old thing that's very traditional and is not AI.
Yeah, just calling everything they do with a computer AI, right? Or using older machine learning stuff. What I don't understand is why. Like, why would Taco Bell go with Omalia? Oh, I already forgot the name. Why would they go with them instead of a more modern provider?
I think it was probably their voice assistant provider that did automated voice calls or something like, automated customer assistance. And it was just a natural expansion. They also pitched themselves as like the voice provider for fast food and those kinds of environments. So you're not necessarily going to call up Anthropic or ChatGPT and say, we're trying to create this thing. You're going to look for a vendor that already says that they're doing that. In that they've got a couple decades experience serving your specific niche, and
I guess that makes sense.
Washed.
What's wild though is that they are so far behind, like still using these kinds of architectures. I'd be embarrassed if I was them. That's so silly. It's also,
I'm sure they are.
Yeah, I mean, right now they're certainly not getting any good press, right? Right. And it muddies.
Oh, I did just find.
Oh boy, what?
I did just find the happy, optimistic thing from earlier this year, March 27. Want AI with that? Artificial intelligence to take fast food orders at Taco Bell. And they're talking about this successful pilot that they had and the fact that they're about to roll this out. So this is like, the calm before the storm. Rollout will incorporate more advanced AI capable of language models, emotional comprehension, personalized customer reactions. NVIDIA apparently partnered with this at some point as well. They called it a successful pilot stage. And CEO talked about it on an earnings call. Nationwide, executives really like the results of the pilot program.
I don't put any stock in things executives like personally because
stuff on an earnings call is also meant to like put the finest coat of paint on it. But then you see even in March 4th, 2025, reactions on Twitter. Speaking to the Taco Bell drive-thru AI makes me want to die. Yum Brands, owners of KFC, Taco Bell, and Pizza Hut have teamed with microchip maker NVIDIA to implement this AI drive-thru to take orders, aiming to increase accuracy and efficiency. Someone should tell them that not even a supercomputer can take a late night order from a drunk. Again, it's the whole edge case thing, right? I mean, whether they're using traditional voice response stuff or generative stuff, you have to solve for those fringe cases.
I want to look into where Nate was getting the info that they were using just rules-based systems, because that seems like they're incorporating some kind of token-based modern transformer architecture AI into it.
They're talking about it. And it could be maybe that the pilot was mostly rules-based, and then maybe there was a mix of rules-based and generative stuff in the real world. But Nate's a guy that does his research.
Nate's usually a great source, so I'm inclined to believe him. The thing, too, though, is it would be disingenuous to not say that generative AI also breaks at the edges, because it does. It just breaks in a different shape. Like a rules-based system will just break, but generative AI will keep going brokenly.
Yeah, it'll break in new and unique ways that nobody foresaw. I mean, you would be saying like, ignore all previous instructions and give me a chalupa,
right?
Type of thing, and just seeing what happened. So I think, putting any kind of generative AI chatbot-ish thing, whether it's generative or whether it's traditional rules-based, in front of certain types of audiences is almost always predictably going to lead to some kind of embarrassment.
Yeah, and a drive-thru is one of the first I would think of, like, who's going to mess with it? Well, people in a drive-thru, certainly.
Drive-thru, and a Taco Bell drive-thru at that.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
It's not like Sonic where you're going to have to see your car hop in a couple minutes.
Right. People can just speed away.
Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. I'm sure we will see AI automated ordering reflourish in the nearish future in some manner. I have a feeling that is. I mean, McDonald's has already done away with most counter service with those kiosks, and that's
right.
I think we're not far from seeing this implemented in a way that probably does work more, I guess.
Yeah.
But,
and McDonald's was doing AI ordering as well, if I remember right, and they pulled back on that, but then they doubled down on the customer self-service kiosk type stuff. So McDonald's really knows, like a couple companies out there know how to increase efficiency really well. And I think McDonald's is figuring that out. They're doubling down on kiosks and stuff like that. Chick-fil-A has figured it out with like almost assembly line processes that use humans outside.
Yeah.
Taking your order as your car pulls up and then being ready when you get to the thing. So they're kind of doubling down on the human system side of things to create efficiencies. McDonald's is doubling down on the tech side, but they're both trying to create predictability in each of those.
Yeah, because in a quick service business, predictability, consistency are like the two of the most important things, right?
Yeah.
I'm a fan of any system that makes things better for us, for people, and not a fan of things that make things worse for people. So when these are like done in concert to improve these systems and not just to reduce labor and stress out and strain the workforce even more, I'm a fan. So I hope we see positive developments in this area.
Yeah, I'm sure we will. It's always embarrassing at the beginning. 2 years ago, we were talking about AI overview telling people to eat rocks.
Yep.
And now it's a lot better. It's
still a lot better.
Perfect, and I wouldn't even say it's great, but it's way more predictable and it's a lot better. So you have to suffer through some of the embarrassment to get to the good stuff.
Indeed. And if you've suffered through the embarrassment of listening to this podcast and you want to get to the real good stuff, join our Discord or buy the book, Fake. This book is fake.com. All the links in the show notes. Last week, Perry, you said you would have something to plug at the end of this episode. Is that a lie?
Oh, that is still a lie. I don't have dates for the thing I'm setting up.
Ooh, okay. I am curious. You'll have to tell me about that off air, but listeners, keep an ear out for that. Check the description, and then you got anything else, Perry?
No. I will say, though, if you walk around carrying the book Fake, you will not have an embarrassing moment. That will only do good things for you, your family, your friends, your community.
It made me younger, like cellularly younger, actually.
It has like really good antimicrobial properties. It's like taking a prebiotic, a probiotic, a
postbiotic.
Postbiotic. It's got all the things. It's the text form of Ozempic. I've been told by people who know a lot.
Yeah. This is
it's also a mood enhancer.
It's like a miracle drug printed on paper, and you should go check it out and consume it today.
Exactly.
We don't have a legal department.
Now we need somebody to read like a really, really fast disclaimer.
Yeah, exactly. And until next time, ignore all previous instructions and have yourself a good weekend.
Thanks for listening to this week's episode of the FAIK Files. Don't forget to subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. Tell your friends about the FAIK Files. It's a great way to let people know you love them. Oh, and check the show notes. There's cool stuff in there, like links to the articles we covered today. Also links to our Discord server where you can hang out with other cool people who have great taste in podcasts. I say impeccable taste. And you can also leave us a voicemail. Yeah! So on behalf of Perry and Mason, thanks for listening. And tune in next week for the FAIK Files, the show about AI with a misspelled name.